back to another video. It is a new day and we are here to talk about your online identity. Now, why is this important? This is important because this is how people find you online. This is how they connect with you. It's the reason why they comment and they watch your stories and they trust you enough with their money and they buy your products. So please understand that you need to think about your identity moving forward because it's what's going to help you connect with your audience, okay? Now, when it comes to your online identity is the version of you that people recognize, remember, and trust based off of how you have shown up online in the past, okay? So whatever you have posted in the last 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years is how people identify you, okay? Well, take me for an example. I have posted about mindset, I've posted silly videos, I've posted travel, business, I've posted all sorts of things having to do with entrepreneurship. So when people who already follow me see a piece of content of mine, they know that I'm going to be either silly or goofy, or I'm going to be as real as I can be, but they can expect it to be having to do with entrepreneurship, mindset, and motivation, right? Because I have identified myself online as that type of person. You have to go do the same thing. Whatever it is that you post online, you're going to have to put yourself into this bubble so that people can relate to you and people can start connecting to you, building that trust with you, and then hopefully following along and, commenting and becoming customers and just loyal fan bases, right? Like just your loyal fans. Now, when it comes to all of this process, I need you to understand the process of how it works and how they build this identity with you. People go on social media, they're scrolling away, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, they're finding your content, and then all of a sudden, they watch a video that you post, they found you for the first time, they have now created this identity of who you are as a person, right? This is who you are. Now they have labeled you as a person, and this page does yoga. This type of video, okay, this has to be a yoga account, okay? Now, the reason that this is so important and the reason that this happens is because every single video that is posted online is a first impression, okay? When people are scrolling online and they're viewing content and they stop and see you for the first time, you've just made your first impression. So that is why it's so important to create content around your identity, because if you don't, then people are going to be like, wait a second, I watched this video of them doing yoga, but the whole Instagram account has to do with motorcycles. They're going to be like, wait a second, this doesn't correlate, right? It does not match. So I need you to understand that new people are constantly seeing you for the first time. And because they are seeing you for the first time, you need to be careful with how you portray yourself and what it is that you post, because that's how they're going to put 2 and 2 together and be like, am I interested in this type of content? Now, does that mean that you can't post about all of the things that you're interested in? Like, Andrea, I like to talk about cars. I like to talk about being in nature. I love travel. How do I combine it all? You can combine it all, but there's a secret little strategy that you have to follow, okay? So my secret strategy is that I like to talk about 3 or 4 subjects and categories, and that's it, right? We talk about business, mindset, motivation. We talk about life experiences and travel, right? But they all kind of interchange. So you can go ahead and do the same thing. This is a prime example, right? Let's say you like motorsports and dogs and arts and travel and you love photography, you love all these things. Think about the things that you like to talk about the most. Think about the things that you want to teach about the most, especially for those of you who are trying to make money here, right? I need you to pick 3 to 4 categories that kind of interchange with each other. And then once you go ahead and do that, then you can sprinkle in the other content, right? So let's say if you're talking about travel, nature, food, and photography, that's awesome, but you can talk about fitness while you're traveling. You can talk about your photography and how you miss taking pictures of your dog while you're out taking, another trip. Or you can talk about how you love motorsport and whenever you go on vacation, you take pictures of other cars because, you're a photography fanatic. These little things can come into your content, but you don't need to be known as a car page. You don't need to be known as an art page. You are the person that loves all these things. You talk about certain categories over and over and over again, but then you sprinkle in all the other things, okay? Now, if you are a niche specific brand, if you are doing faceless, then you really need to stick to your category. If you are a on-screen brand like me, right? I'm doing my own personal brand, then you have a lot more flexibility, okay? Now, if you decide to just mix it all in with your faceless content, you're going to confuse your audience. That's not what I want you to do. So just keep this in mind moving forward. Now, I do want to say this. One video is not going to completely affect your identity unless you go like off the deep end, okay? What I mean by the deep end is don't go be Will Smith and like slap somebody across the face at an award ceremony, okay? Then your identity is going to completely shift. People are going to be like, "Oh my God." And then it's going to completely, shift the way your audience views you. So if you don't go off the deep end and you want to start talking about turtles when you've always talked about dolphins, that's okay. You can mix it up, and you can mix it up in your single posts and as well as in your feed, right? In your grid on social media. Now, another thing that I will say for those of you who have multiple interests, literally you have industries that are behemoth. Look at automotive, lifestyle, fitness, business, travel. These are behemoth categories. So if you have no idea what the hell you want to post, just think about travel in general. Travel, you can talk about the things that you need to do before you travel. Packing, your favorite things to bring on vacation, how to budget, destinations, getting on a ship for your first cruise. There's so many little sub niches within those industries that you can focus on that will help you create content over and over again in the future. Okay. So please keep this in mind. Like when you're building out your feed, when you're like, oh, wait, I don't know what to talk about, grab one of those niches and then just break it up into little subcategories and say, wait a second, I love talking about the automotive industry. I don't have to just talk about Formula One. I can talk about Formula One. I can talk about cars. I can talk about motorcycles. I can talk about what's it called? The shops, right? Workshops, all that stuff, right? The same thing goes with lifestyle and fitness. I don't have to just talk about exercising. I can talk about eating healthy. I can talk about recipes. I can talk about all sorts of things within that industry, and they all relate back to the identity of me being a fitness instructor. I can't even talk today. Okay. So that is just a little tidbit that I want you to keep in your mind. I don't want you to feel like you can't talk about your things, but if you want to make money online, you kind of have to niche yourself down. Okay. And the same thing happens just on every single platform. Remember that every video that you're posting online is the first impression of how they are finding you. So keep this in mind when you're creating, when you're putting things in, when you're brainstorming. I just need you to ask yourself, what do I want to be known as? Do I want to be a person that is empathetic, loving, calm? Am I reckless? Is that the type of content that I'm creating? Yes or no, right? Then think about your content style. Am I talking about business? Am I talking about travel? Am I talking about business and crypto? Am I talking about cooking and art and fitness, right? Or nutrition? Think about it and then ask yourself also, what do I want to be known for? Do I want to be known for my colorful content? Do I want to be known because I'm extremely informative? I'm inspirational. Ooh, my page is so full of useful tips. Ask yourself the content type. How do I want people to find me and like see my things? And then the same thing goes with your strategy. I want to be known because I post daily. I want to be known because I'm constantly sharing something in my stories. I'm constantly going live. I always email my audience. What do you want to be known as? And what do you want to be known for? And then what do you want to create? Ultimately, you need to think about what in the world it is that you want to create because you're the one that's going to have to sit here and do the work. So you have a choice. You can either make it more private, focus on your niche. This is for my faceless people, or you can do a public, more personal account. Now, if you're faceless, obviously you can do personal information. It's just going to be harder to connect with you because of the fact that you're not really giving that, that face behind the story. Versus if you go more public, then, it'll be easier for you to connect with your audience. So I want you to go ahead and figure out now at the end of this video, figure out if you want to share a little bit information. On the left-hand side, you have more of the faceless accounts. And then on the right-hand side, if you really want to share a lot and connect with your audience in a deeper level, personal on screen is always better. That's on the right-hand side, okay? And as you can see here, I put a couple of examples. If you're going to do faceless content, you can do niche-specific content. You can give them tips and advice about that industry. You can give them tutorials. You can do results. You can do facts and data. Tons of easy things that you can do for faceless. But you can also do all of that for a personal account. So if you're doing on brand, I can give you tips and advice in my content. I can do tutorials as well. The doors just open so much wider because you're now showing your face and you're giving that human experience behind what it is that you're creating, right? So please take this in mind. Think about all of the little things that you like to talk about. Think about what you would like to spend the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years talking about. And do not feel that you need to like figure it all out today. It is okay if you start with just talking about travel. Eventually, you'll talk about money. It's okay if you start just talking about dogs and art, and then eventually you start a photography business, right? Do not be hard on yourself when you're trying to build your identity, because newsflash, your identity is constantly changing. So be nice to yourself, take some time to create things, see what it is that you like. And then when you're ready, let's jump into the next video, which is going to be all about your faces content versus just more on brand, so that you can really figure out if you want to step out of your comfort zone and show your face and connect with your audience, or if you'd rather keep it just private and do the faceless route. So when you're ready, jump into the next video.